Okay, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Thais Love here. Just tuning in real quick. Um, and I want to talk tonight about joy. And um, I've been talking with quite a number of folk that now that we're into almost actually a month into the new year, 2022, many people are kind of having a rough time in terms of, um, welcoming into this new year and also just making sure that they are they sever their ties from 2021 and to get ready for 2022. And so I'm here tonight. Um, I'm looking for my co-host, and I'm not sure if she's here. But anyway, we're going to talk about joy tonight. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try to move up a little bit closer to you all so that I can see you and you can see me as well. And then see if my co-host was able to get on, Miss Yanette Vanessa. I'm so excited about what's going on with her and new things in her progress. She's coming along very, very nicely, as we all have seen and everything. Okay? And so, and I want to thank you all for helping me as we prepare her for her life as a brand new coach. And so we're really, really excited about 2022 for her. And she's some of the first of many that will be gracing um, the screen with us. And so we're really, really excited about the brand new opportunities that are opening up and how we here at Dunamis Sound Mind are growing and stretching and I'm just trying to keep up with all of the rapid growth that's going on. And so yeah, I'm here. So let me see. I don't see her yet. Yanette, are you out there? Looking for you, and I don't see you. Well, anyway, tonight is going to be not as long as we are accustomed to because I've got a couple of things that I'm doing and juggling around. I am also trying to get ready for the programming of this month. We got some things coming to you. I want to, in celebration of African Heritage Month, I want to do a couple of things. And then I also want to bring some, have some events. I'm looking to do a speed dating event for all of my all of our singles, my single friends. I know of quite a few wonderful people that are in a position where they are currently single and want to change that. So yeah, this my camera stand is okay. I see Miss Yonette. Okay, all right. I see her here. So let me see if I can pull her in. Yes, there she is. Uh-oh. Okay, let me see. I saw her. Okay, there she is. And see Ash. There she goes. All right. I see you. You see me?
Coach. Yeah, I see you
All
on
right.
Facebook, but
Okay.
I'm still back to Canada.
Yeah, I'm going to pull you in now on this one. Um, I wait. I don't see you there yet. Um, okay. Did you log in on that one
Yeah,
on
yeah.
on
I'm
YouTube?
I'm backstage waiting.
Okay.
Should I back out and try again?
Maybe you should. Yes, because I don't see you there when I click on. Oh, okay. I'll give you a second to do that. Oh, and so yes, I'm so
Okay.
excited. Okay.
I'm backstage again.
All right, let me see if I can. Now I'll come out and go back in. Come on. Oh, it's not acting right. I hope that all right. I'm still not seeing you. Okay.
Are
Uh,
you live?
I
Because
am live on both. I am
the
live.
link that you sent me is showing that it ended. So
Oh, okay, okay. So then, all right. So now I know what I have to do. Okay, yeah, I see you there. All right, so I'm going to send you the link again. Oh, wait, what is that? Okay, let me see here. And let's see, participate. All right, it changed the link on me. All right, now I understand why that happened. Okay, it must have, well, okay. All right, let's see here. Let me send you the new link. The invite, right? Okay, let's, oh, let's get this together. And all right, and we're gonna go invite, right there, right there, right. Okay, we gotta come out of that, send that to her. Do I get that? All right, let's see. It's not sending. Sorry. Come on. Okay, I know. Let's share. Okay. Yep.
while we are
Uh-oh.
the kinks.
Yeah. We've come a long way. And
Long way.
I think about that noise. Yeah, okay, so yep. All right, wait. Let's see. Here we go here. Yeah. Then here. Right. Okay, I got it.
Here we go.
All right. I'm just the more we do it, it's supposed to get easier. Um, once I get down to science, then things change because the social media updates.
Your
I
echo.
gotta mess up. And again. Okay, wait. Let me put my volume down. Hello?
Yes, better. You're good now.
Yeah. Okay. I still hear it a little bit,
Yes,
but
there's some
it's
echo.
not as bad. I put in my headphone. That's the tip. When you have to have devices working closer together like that, if you put a headphone in, one that will reduce at least the echo where the audience can see it, hear it.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
still hear it, but I hear it as opposed to you guys hearing it.
No, I'm hearing the echo as well.
Oh, you're hearing it too? Okay. So now I gotta turn it down some more. Another tip is to turn your volume all the way down on one of your devices. I'm just trying to angle my camera, which is being special right now. Well, while I'm doing this, so how was your weekend, Miss Younghead?
My weekend was good. Relaxing. So I took the opportunity since we had the snowstorm to, as I had shared Saturday, doing some self-care, grooming my hair and such like, and so yeah, and I enjoyed being home.
That's excellent. Excellent. I spent the weekend with my grands.
That's good.
I have 4 grandsons, and so
you're
all
excellent.
4 of them again. Oh, okay. Was so I had my hands full.
Oh, that's awesome. Made some
but
memories.
I had a good time. Yeah. Okay. Now got that up, and I'm gonna just turn this down a little bit more. How's that?
Still echoing significantly.
Okay. Let me see. Maybe I can. And I'll put the headphone in. Sorry. Okay. I thought I could switch which one, but these devices are so sensitive. I guess they have to be made that way to pick up every little sound. But not good when we're working with them close together. Okay. Is that any better?
You're still echoing, but
Okay.
a little not as
All
loud.
right. I'm gonna try it one more time to lower it, and then that's why. Is it significantly lower now?
It's lower.
No.
There's still the marked feedback. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, it'll pick up the sound still. I got it real low. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I was hanging out with my little men, and they definitely gave me a weekend to remember.
Mhm.
Uh,
I can just imagine.
so yeah, they are 4,
Hmm.
soon to be 3, 17 months old, and 3 months old. And so they they are all at that age where you know I'd advise people to be physically fit. You want to take on little people like that. 2 of my grandsons, 2 of my 4 grandsons born in the pandemic, the ones that's under 2 years old.
Okay.
And so I call them pandemic people because they are in a class by themselves, literally. My 3-month-old is sitting up by himself.
Wow, that's
Um,
amazing.
normal other children, you know, that happens at 6 months. I was sitting with him in my lap, and he's set up like, I don't need you to hold me, hold my head. I can hold my own head. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, wow. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, my little guys, they bring me great joy. It's interesting to see how they act and interact with us and with amongst themselves. My grandsons, they act. I see a lot of their dads in them, and it's hilarious because my son goes, "Mom, did I do all of that? Did I act like that?" And I'm like, "Yep,
The feedback
deal
is
with it."
really significant. Yeah.
Okay. What is still echoing? I
Yeah.
don't know what that's about really, but I'm going to figure that out. Maybe if I just move one of the cameras further away, that's what I can do. I'm just going to bring this down. Okay. And now I can move this one. And then that way I can create some distance without echo much. I'm going to move this camera so that it's closer to me. And that any better?
It's not as loud, but there's still the echo.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I think that's how I'm going to have to roll it for now. Because if I bring it any closer, I think it's going to be a problem. I'll bring this down a little bit more. And I don't feel so far away. But yeah, so, but watching them as they, watching my sons as they interact with their sons, I get a kick out of it because they now, I tell them, you all are going through what I went through with you. And so there you have it. But yeah, so I had an awesome weekend. And now I'm ready to, I'm all fired up and ready to take charge of this week and everything. I got all the kisses and hugs and, spit up and all of that, little people do. I received all of that this weekend. Yeah. Plenty of it. So really, really excited and pumped up about it now. So now, like I stated, having those joyful experiences, it really inspires you, empowers you, revs you up, so that you are good and ready to go and move forward with a new burst of energy. And so it's important that you find those things that make you joyful, so that you can continue to pick up your energy, move forward, achieve your new goals and aspirations, get inspired. All of those things come as a result of, just having a joy burst. Depending on whether your joy burst is on the regular or far and few in between, the joy, regardless, your joy burst does increase your activities, and it increase your overall well-being. And so tonight we want to talk about increasing your joy burst. What things that you can do? How do you discover what brings you joy? Many people go through times where their joy is low, or they might even be in the midst of a depression due to the fact that they have gone through, suffered loss, or some unfortunate event has occurred, and so their joy, it diminishes significantly. And so, with your joy being impacted like that, it could, have a serious effect on your mood, even your health. Definitely a cycle. And so, us now approaching year 2 of living in a pandemic, many of us have suffered loss, tragedy, and just adjusting to the drastic changes that have occurred in our lives. Um, Many of us have uh, had our joy levels significantly decreased or
Yeah.
diminished. And
So
so now we're at a point where we are not moving in the direction that we want to go in terms of achieving our goals. Many people are, their activity is down to almost zero. Their activity levels, um, their interactions. They've, isolated themselves from their family, from their friends, um, and productivity has gone all the way down. And so now many people have found themselves in a position where they need a jolt of some sort, something to perk up their their activity, so they can live life again, or at least significantly pick up their pace in terms of how they move through life. And so um, people are looking to resolve that question: how do I you know how do I get that inspiration? Do I get that jolt where I can jumpstart my life all over again and you know head straight on into my future? Uh, you know, at a fast pace. And so tonight we want to just talk about some of the things that you can do um, and to increase your joy levels. Um, we believe that if you increase your joy, you'll find those moments of inspiration, those moments of um, increased activity and creativity and things of that nature. And so we want to talk about how do you find or discover those things that bring you joy, and then what to do with it, and how to increase your joy overall. Because when you increase your joy, you increase your overall health and well-being. Okay, so
okay.
I
Yeah.
asked the question. I posed a question to you, Coach Yanette, and to you out there. And you can feel free to place your answer in the chat. What brings you joy? What thing? What activity? Who brings you joy?
Well, in order to answer that question, you have to first, well, this is in my humble opinion, do a self check with yourself to check the temperature of how you're feeling, and you honor those feelings and sit in it for a while. And so you basically have to get to know who you are and what makes you motivated. And that will give you an idea of the things or people or activities that will bring you joy. And also because we're ever so evolving, what may bring you joy today may not bring you joy tomorrow, and not just the literal today and tomorrow,
Great
but we
point.
change over. So um, our activities change, our interests change as we evolve and we grow and we learn, and we meet new people, and new people will trigger us to get interested in different activities and stimulate us. And so we're con if you avail yourself, you'll be constantly in the mode of growing and learning and finding your joy or increasing your joy meter. So, so as I said, you do that self check. If you don't know what stimulates you and brings you joy, and get to know yourself intimately, you know,
Okay.
and yeah, be intentional. And if you find yourself a little off balance, be intentional of restoring that balance within yourself. And also, another critical activity, if I dare say so, is spending time alone. Um, that way, when you spend some alone time, it's uninterrupted. You really get to sit in your feelings, and examine your emotions, and you get to know um, who you really are. And sometimes you may be feeling a certain emotion. It may not be necessarily positive, and you get to examine, why am I feeling this way? What happened to trigger that feeling? Why I'm feeling having this negative energy? And you examine that, and then you find methods to combat those feelings, and to correct it, or to work through your emotions, and so you can find your equilibrium. um, and also, spending time alone, it teach you that I don't like to spend a lot of time alone, or it may be the aha moment. Oh, I really enjoy my company, and it's something I should do more often. So, however, whatever comes out from your introspection, honor that, because we're all different people. So some of us are more outgoing than others, and that's what keeps us going. And some like the simpler, quieter life. So whatever it is, that's what you honor. But as long as you experience some level of joy in whatever you do, even if it's some alone time. And I documented some tips for joy, and this is based on mm, it's personally my personal tips. I didn't do a research. I just thought about me and what makes me motivated. And then
Right.
friendships is very important for me. I love people. I love spending time with others, and you know you have and also you have to know the type of friends that you have. Some may be for a good time, some is a shoulder to cry on, some is when you're really going through some stuff, that they can either pray with you, or said, I got you, I'll support you. So those, you have all different types of friendships, and it's important to know the function for each friend in your life, or even an association. Sometimes it's not necessarily that deep friendship or anything. It's an association that is very valuable as well. And so friendships nurture your soul, and certain types of friends will give you the gumption to move forward in life, and to you know say, yes, I can do this. Like, today I had a really rough day, and um I was feeling a bit anxious, so I called someone who I know would motivate me, and give me a word of encouragement. And and she happens to be almost half my age, younger. And she said, I hear that you're sounding a little anxious. I don't want you to get anxious. She said, go have that good meal, just relax. It's going to be all right, and then we'll work on, you know I need to update my resume. We'll work on that together. So we made a plan to do so in a few days. And she really supported me because she understood, what I was going, and I was able
Nice.
to be vulnerable with her, to say, how I felt about, the day. And so that really helped to bring me back to a balance and said, you know what, it's going to be all right. This is just a speed bump. So she helped to restore my level of joy and to bring to my attention that, I hear that you're getting anxious. So you need to, get calm, find your balance again. Um, the second tip is what something I enjoy doing, especially in the summer months. But you could do it whatever, whenever in the winter. But I'm not necessarily that kind of person to put on a coat and go by the water in the winter
I
time.
I
Yeah,
try to
yeah,
do it
I
all
try
year
to.
long. I have different things that I do in the winter
Hmm.
than I do in the summer, but I try to, make it go all the way through the year.
Yes, yeah. So, but you know what? Like I said, we're all different people. So some people are the sun, love the sunny man, when the sun is out, and that's what motivates them. And some people can go all year round. But whatever works for you. Um, there's there's no downside to nature, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's going to the beach area, whether it's bike riding, you name it. Getting outside and to the outdoors is an instant mood enhancer. So, and it and helps you to remember or to recognize the beauty in nature. Sometimes simply if I go for a walk, I look up into the sky and I say, wow, look at God's handiwork. And I see the clouds in the sky or the various patterns, or it's an opportunity to me to admire some homes. And it's like, oh, wow, I like the architecture of that home. And it's like, oh, that's so beautiful, beautiful flowers. You just get, you enjoy the simple things in nature that we sometimes take for granted and we overlook, and that really
Yes.
stimulates our mind, and it reminds us of possibilities. You know what, maybe I too can have that, like a beautiful garden or whatever. And if you don't, make it a point to go to, like, let's say the botanical garden or something like that, and to enjoy the beautiful flowers or whatever show that they're having, and that helps to give you some really good stimulation. And
And if you are a green thumb like me, um, you
gardening,
can
yes.
you can look at beautiful pictures of
Mm-hmm.
uh, gardens and beautiful plants. Hang up, some pictures of those beautiful
Mm-hmm.
plants or landscape pictures in your home, or
Mm-hmm.
you can enjoy the artificial flowers so that
Well, yeah,
you don't have to
those are
some
beautiful as
poor
well.
plant doesn't have to die because of you know
Right.
of you having a brown thumb. But yes, you're absolutely right.
And
Community with nature is a great way
and
to
even
um, fill yourself, and also just kind of get out of from inside of yourself and
absolutely.
become one with nature. And uh, being around nature also fosters gratitude,
Yes.
uh, which
Yes.
is another way of
Make
boosting
your
your
joy.
joy,
Yes.
counting your
Absolutely.
blessings,
That's right. That's right. And also
right?
some even watching nature shows is stimulating. If those things
Yes,
are interesting for you, watching a show would make you, bring you that joy. It's like, oh, wow, and also getting into your imagination, like you said, pictures of nature and stuff like that. So that stimulates your imagination as well, and you can trans imagine yourself being transported into that picture, and like as if you're there, and you know seeing yourself in your mind's eye. So, you know. Another
You
thing
know
that
what else
else
is
is
a quick
quick
pick
pick
me
me
up?
up.
Uh,
Uh,
creativity.
creativity.
yes,
Creativity
Creativity
studies
studies
show
show
that
that
simple
simple
doodling,
doodling, uh,
scribbling
scribbling
yes,
on
on
piece of
yes,
paper,
paper,
um,
uh,
it
it
actually
actually
relieves
relieves
stress.
stress.
It
It
actually
actually
increases
increases your
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 sense of
sense of
accomplishment,
accomplishment
because
because
when you're
when you're
scribbling,
scribbling,
you
you
might be
might be
mindlessly,
mindlessly,
drawing
drawing
something,
something,
and
and
then
then
uh,
uh,
by the
by the
time you're
time you're
finished
finished
with it,
with it,
it's
it's
a
a
finished
finished
product.
product.
It's a
It's a
picture
picture
of
of
something,
something,
even if
even if
it's
it's
just a
just a
picture of
picture of
scribble.
scribble.
It's
It's
mm-hmm,
something
something
that
that
you
you
have
have drawn
drawn and
and
accomplished,
accomplished
mm-hmm,
and
and
finished.
finished.
You've
You
created
created
and
and
something, and
something
it's and it's
and it's
finished,
finished,
and
and
that gives
that
you a
gives you a
sense of
sense of
accomplishment,
accomplishment,
and
and
that
that
boosts
boosts
your
your
mood,
mood,
your
your
joy
joy
level.
level.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you
you
might be
might be
like
like
me.
me.
I'm
I'm
not
not
very
very
good at
good at
drawing
drawing
at
at
all. In
all.
fact,
That
I do
I do
stick
stick
figures,
figures. Um,
um, and
and
so,
so,
but
but
yeah,
I can
I can
scribble.
scribble.
I
mm-hmm,
can
I can
scribble,
scribble.
and
And,
yeah,
you
you
know,
know, uh,
when
when
I'm
I'm
scribbling,
scribbling,
I
I
it just,
it was
I can
I can
color
color
in
in something.
something. I
I
can,
can, I
I surprise
surprise
myself
myself
with,
with,
what the
what the
scribble
scribble
turns
turns
out
out
looking
looking
like,
like,
what
what
shape it
shape
mm-hmm,
it
turns
turns
into.
into.
right,
There is
There is
such a
such a
thing
thing
called
called
neural
neural
graphics,
graphics. Um, and
and
neural
neurographic
graphic
art
art
is
is
art
art
that is
that is
made
made from
from different
different
doodling and
doodling and
scribble.
scribble.
okay,
There's
There's
lines
lines
and,
and,
circles
circles
where
where
you
you
wind up
wind up
creating
creating
something
something
out
out
of
of
mindless
mindless
strokes
strokes
of a
of a
pen or
pen
a
or
pencil.
pencil.
And
okay,
And
then
then
you
you
connect
connect
it,
it,
and
and
it
it
turns
turns
into
into
a
a
beautiful
beautiful
work of
work
art,
of art.
actually.
mm-hmm,
And
And
you
you
color it
color it
afterwards,
afterwards,
and
and
once you
once you
finished
finished
it,
it,
you
you
get to
get
look
to look
at it and
at it and
say, you
say,
know
you
what,
know
I
what,
did
I
that.
did that.
And
mm-hmm,
it
It
literally
literally
does
does
boost
boost
your
your
mood,
uh,
picks
picks
up
up your
level of
level of
accomplishment,
accomplishment,
because
because
you know
you know
you
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 surprise
surprise
yourself,
yourself
because
because
when
when
you
you
started
started
the
the
scribbling,
scribbling,
you
you
were
were
not
not
thinking
thinking
about
about
on
on
purpose,
purpose.
okay, I'm
Okay, I'm
going
going
to
to
create a
create
work
a
of
work of
art. It
art. It
just
just
yeah, just freestyle,
unfolded and just
right,
happened, and it's
mm-hmm,
wonderful.
wonderful.
yes,
So
So
I do
I do
that.
that.
In fact,
Back that
I got
that's
some
some
artwork
artwork
around
around
here
here
mm-hmm,
that I
that I
did.
did.
Um, I
I
was
was
almost
almost
tempted to
tempted
pull
to
it
pull
out
it
and
out
show
and
it to
show it
y'all,
to
but
you
I
all,
don't
but I
know
don't
if
know
I'm
if I'm
ready,
ready,
yeah,
for that.
for that.
But
But
I,
I,
I do
I do
that.
that.
That helps
That
me with
helps me
my
with my
creativity.
creativity.
Sometimes my
Sometimes my
creativity
creativity
it gets
it gets
blocked.
blocked.
And
And
for me,
for
it's
me, it's
important that
important
my
that my
creativity
creativity
flow.
flow.
mm-hmm,
Because I'm
Because
much
I'm much
happier that
happier
way.
that way.
When it
yes,
When it
gets
gets
blocked,
blocked,
I'm not a
I'm not
happy
a happy
camper. I
camper.
get
I get
bored
bored
very
very
easily,
easily.
and
And
so
so
to
to
pull
pull
myself out
myself
of
out of
that
that
rut,
rut,
I'll
I'll
start.
start,
I'll
yeah,
do
do
some of
some of
my
my, more
neurographic
graphic
mm-hmm,
work,
work,
and
and
it
it
unplugs
unplugs
me,
me,
that's
unblocks me,
unpacks
and
that's amazing. I
I'm
learned
off
something
I
new.
go.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what are
What
what,
some
are
of the
some of
things
the things
you
you
do
do
well,
when
when
your
your
I
joy
joy
flow is
flow is
blocked?
blocked?
I have coloring books, so I color.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So um, I haven't done it in a while, but during the pandemic, the 2020 into 2021, I got a lot of books and my coloring pencils, and I did a lot of
Nice.
coloring, and that was very relaxing. It brought me joy, and after I'm finished and I looked at the colors that I selected, and the beautiful imagery, and also it brought me a level of peace. So it
Yeah.
really centered me, you know, doing so. So I still have my books and my pencils, and I look at it. It's like, oh wow. But again, I enjoy doing that. But life is full of seasons. So some seasons you do certain things more than others, and it doesn't mean that you don't
Yeah.
no longer like it, but you were honoring the season that you're in. So it's important to remember that and give yourself grace.
That
Um,
that is
That is
so
so
true.
true.
And
And
recognizing
recognizing
your
your
how you
how you
flow
flow
in
in
certain
certain
seasons.
seasons.
You're
You're
absolutely
absolutely
right.
right.
yeah,
Like
Like
we were
we were
stating
stating
earlier,
earlier,
like
like
I do
I do
different
different
things
things
that
that
bring me
bring me
joy in
joy
the
in the
summertime and in
summertime,
the
in the
warmer
warmer
months
months
than I
than
hmm
I
do in
do
the
in the
winter months.
winter months.
right.
Uh,
Um, and
and
so
so
I
I
know that
know that
about
about
myself.
myself.
And
And
so,
so,
I'm
I'm
able to
able to
switch up
switch up
and,
and,
do
do
different
different
things.
things.
In the
In the
warmer
warmer
months,
months,
I'm
I'm
outdoors
outdoors
more.
more.
So
So
I'm
I'm
not
not
in the
in the
house
house
as
as
much.
much.
And
And
so my
so my
activities
activities
are,
are,
geared
geared
towards
towards
outside of the
outside of the
house.
house.
But
hmm
But
in
in
the
the
cooler
cooler
months,
months,
I'm
I'm
indoors more.
indoors more.
And
hmm
And
so
so
that's
that's
when
when
I
I
look
look to
to the things that
things
I
that I
have
have
around the
around the
house
house
to
to
do,
do,
um, activities,
activities,
my
my
hobbies,
hobbies,
because
because
hobbies is
hobbies is
another
another
great
great
way
way
Yeah,
to be
absolutely.
to be
creative
creative
Yeah.
and
and
bolster
bolster
your
your
joy
joy
level.
level.
hmm
And so
So
I
I
have
have
my
my
winter
winter
stuff that
stuff
I
that I
do, and I
do, and
have
I
my
have my
summer
summer
stuff.
stuff.
And
And
just
just
knowing
knowing
your
your
flow,
flow,
knowing,
knowing,
yourself
yourself
that
that
way,
way,
like you
like you
stated
hmm
stated
at the
at the
beginning,
beginning,
that
that
helps
helps
you
you
to
to
kind of
kind of
gauge,
gauge, uh,
uh,
Where you are, and
what
yeah,
what,
you know,
you know,
what
what
you
you
need to
need to
do
do
to
to
maintain
maintain
your
your
joy
joy
level or
level or
maintain that
maintain that
equilibrium.
equilibrium.
yes,
That's
That's
so
so
true.
yeah,
true.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. And for I listen to a lot of music as well. So and I'm intentional because I don't listen to the same music all the time. Sometimes I want to hear cool jazz. Sometimes it's reggae or soca. I want a little more energy. Then there are times when it's gospel, all gospel. So I gauge how I'm feeling, and that's the music that I listen to. Because sometimes if you're if you're feeling a little bit down, you may need a little upbeat music, because if you listen to something melancholy, that can get you push you deeper into that melancholy feeling, or feeling really low. So
Yeah.
in order, you don't want to stay there, you don't want to park there. So you try to listen to music that will stimulate you and make you feel a little alive, and to get you out of that funk, so to speak. Um, Also, I included reading. So if you have a passion for reading, reading is an excellent way of stimulating the imagination, and it gets you visit a lot of places through reading. You can imagine yourself in whatever area that they're talking about, or even as one of the characters, and you enjoy the process, because reading is a good stimulant of the mind. And so, also, just like with friendship and music, you have to be intentional in the type of material that you're reading as well. There's a saying. Um, I think it's Eli Wiesel said it. Don't quote me on that. Books and friends should be few and well chosen. That's just a portion of the quote, and it's so true. You don't read everything, and you're not friends. You don't have a friendship with everyone, so it should be you should be friendships, friends, and books should be carefully selected. Yeah. Meditate.
That's so
That's so
true.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm,
I
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
it's
think it's
important
important
to
to
be
be
selective
selective
about
about
those
those
people
people
that
that
you
you
regularly
regularly
encounter,
encounter,
especially
especially if you're
if you're
you're
not
not
up
up
to
to
being
being
around,
around,
certain
certain
people. Like
people.
I
Like
have
I have
uh not only
not only
friends, but I
friends,
have
but I have
family
family
members
members
that
that
it's a
it's
bit
a bit
intense.
intense.
And when
And when
I'm
I'm
in,
in,
when
when
I'm,
I'm,
not
not
in the
in the
mood to
mood to
deal with
deal with
them,
them,
or
or
my
my
Mhm.
energy is
is
not
not
there
there
to
to
deal with
deal with
them,
them,
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
take a
take
break
a break
from them.
from them.
You
I
have
take a
to.
Take a
break
break
You have
so that,
to.
so that,
yeah,
yeah,
and
and
I'll,
I'll,
you
you
know,
know,
be with
be with
people
people
that,
that,
can
can
Are
make
harmonious.
me
make me
laugh,
laugh, or,
Yes. Bring you that
just
harmony.
just bring me
bring me
joy,
joy,
Yeah.
and
and
so
so,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
very
very
important.
important.
Uh,
Uh,
my,
by,
being with
being with
my
my
grands,
grands,
they
they
instantly
instantly
bring me
bring me
joy.
joy.
They
They,
like,
That's a
like,
beautiful
it's
thing.
it's
nothing
nothing
like,
like,
getting on
getting
the
on the
floor
floor and
and crawling
going
around on the
around the
floor like
floor like
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man,
with a
with
2-year-old.
2-year-old.
I
I
mean,
mean,
doing
doing
that,
that,
makes me
makes me
forget
forget
about
about
the
the
world's
world's
troubles
troubles
and
and
all of
all of
that,
that,
you
you
know.
know.
That's a
Um,
beautiful thing. That's a blessing.
right.
Right.
And
And
so,
so,
when
when
I'm
I'm
doing
doing
that,
that,
I'm
I'm
not
not
thinking
thinking
about
about
who,
who, um,
got on
got
my
on my
nerves
nerves
and
and
who I
who I
want
want
to,
to,
give a
give a
piece of
piece
my
of my
mind
mind
to and
to,
all
and
that
all that
kind of
kind of
stuff.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
That just,
just,
goes out
goes
of my
out of my
mind.
mind.
Yes.
Um,
And
and
then
then,
a thing that
thing
I
that I
like to
like to
do,
do,
particularly at
particularly
the
at the
end of
end of
each
each
day,
day,
is
is
just
just
reflect
reflect
on
on
how the
how the
whole
whole
day went
day went and
and count my
count my
blessings
blessings
and
and
just
just
be
be
thankful and
thankful and
grateful
grateful
that,
that,
okay,
okay,
maybe
maybe
that
that
day
day
wasn't the
wasn't the
greatest
greatest
of
of
days,
days,
but it
but it
wasn't the
wasn't the
worst.
worst.
Right. And tomorrow will be better.
And,
Yeah.
just,
Just,
I like that.
think
I like
about
think
what's
that.
about what's
good,
good,
what
what's
good
good
happened
happened
that
that
day,
day,
and
I
that
like
that
that.
helps
helps
me
me
see the
see the
silver
silver
lining in
lining in
every
every
cloud.
cloud.
So
I
I
like
do
that.
that at the end of
Of
every
every
day,
day,
Mhm.
before I
before
go
I
to
go to
sleep,
sleep,
so
so
that
that
tomorrow
tomorrow
I
I
wake
wake
up,
up,
it's a
it's a
fresh
fresh
new
new
day,
day,
brand new
brand new
blessings,
blessings,
you
you
know,
know,
and
and
I'm
I'm
grateful.
grateful.
And
That's
just
good.
Just
being
being
grateful
grateful
like
like
that,
that
um,
Oh yeah.
it
Oh yes.
prevents
prevents
you
you
from
from
Slipping
getting,
into despair.
depressed
depressed
and
and
down in
down
the
in the
dumps. And
dumps.
if you
And if you
find
find
that you
that you
are
are
down in
down
the
in the
dumps
dumps
like
like
that,
that, uh,
um, just
just
express some
express some
gratitude.
gratitude.
Start,
Start,
thinking about those
Journaling.
people
people
that
that
And
you're
you're
also
grateful
grateful
for,
for,
yeah.
those
those
things
things
that you're
that you're
grateful
grateful
for,
for.
Yeah.
and
And
if you
if you
start
start
writing them
writing them
down
down
or
or
just,
just,
counting them
counting them
off
off
in your
in your
mind
mind
even,
even,
you'll
you'll
find that
find
your
that your
mood
mood
changes
changes
Right.
dramatically and very
very
quickly.
quickly.
Because we take a lot of things for granted. I heard one
Yeah,
preacher said, "Who goes into the supermarket and said, 'Oh, I thank you for the food options that I have or whatever.'"
yeah,
We take so many things for granted, and
that's
it got
right.
me to thinking about whenever I go into a public restroom. I would always say thank you, Jesus, because I although I wasn't born in this country, because I live here, I take on the history of its people that look like me. And
Right.
and I always reflect on how not too long ago they weren't allowed to even use the restroom.
Yeah,
And so I always say thank you, Jesus, that I'm able to relieve myself, if I don't have to like. I said, I can't imagine what that was like because I always have to use the bathroom. So I can't imagine what that was like, where you need to
there,
go
there,
and you couldn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
There, well,
Oh,
actually,
Actually,
not too
not too
long
long
ago,
ago,
I'm
I was
saying
saying
maybe
maybe
about,
about,
you know,
uh,
um, 50,
50,
60
60
years
years
ago,
ago,
uh,
uh,
everyone
everyone
didn't
didn't
have
have
running
running
water
water
no.
in
And then
in
some
their
their
people
home.
homes.
don't even have
Everyone
proper
didn't
good
have,
drinking water.
everyone, I'm
Everyone,
talking
I'm
about in
talking
Right.
this
this
country,
country.
Yeah.
Uh,
everyone
everyone
didn't
didn't
have
have
a
a
toilet
toilet
No, they had the
inside their
outhouse.
inside their
home.
home.
They
They
had
had
what was
what was
called
called
outhouses,
outhouses,
Yeah.
where
where
um,
uh,
outside the
outside the
house they
house
dug
they
a
dug
hole
a
in the
hole in the
ground.
ground.
Uh,
Uh,
sometimes you
sometimes you
had
had
And
some
some
kind of
kind of
shed
shed
building
building
thing,
thing,
surrounding you
surrounding
for
you for
privacy.
privacy.
But
But
mhm.
you
I'm
you
quite
know,
familiar. My grandparents
right?
had one.
My
So
grandparents did too.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And
and
there are
there are
still
still
many
many
places
places
around the
around the
world
Yeah.
world
that
that
still do
still do
not
not
have
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 yep, indoor plumbing.
indoor
or,
toilet and
toilet and
running
running
water
water
inside
inside, uh,
the
the
houses.
houses.
I
I
when you
when you
travel,
travel,
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
I
travel,
traveled,
not too
not too well
a couple of
a
years
couple of
ago,
years ago,
2019. I went
2019. I
to
went to
Ghana,
Ghana,
and
and
we
we
stayed at
stayed
the
at the
resort,
resort,
and
and
where the
where the
tourists
tourists
are.
are.
So there
So
was
there was
running
running
water, and there
water, and
was
there was
toilets and
toilets
all
and
of
all of
that.
that.
But
But
when we
when
went
we
into
went
the
into the
villages,
villages,
and
and
where
where
people
people
live,
live,
there
there
wasn't that.
wasn't that.
There
There
wasn't
wasn't
that.
that.
Simple
Simple
thing
thing
like
like
toilet
toilet
paper.
paper.
Here
Mm-hmm.
we
Here we
take
take
toilet paper
toilet
for
paper for
granted.
granted.
Out
Out
there,
there,
toilet
toilet
paper is
paper is
very,
very,
very
very
expensive.
expensive.
Very,
Very,
very
very
expensive.
expensive. Um,
Because
because
most
most
people
people
there,
there,
they
they
don't
don't
they don't
they don't
have
have
uh toilets
toilets
and
and
flush
flush and
and all of
all of
that.
that.
No,
No,
they
they
go
go
outside.
outside.
They
They
have an
have an
area.
area.
We
We
went
went
to
to
um we
we
went
went
to
to
the
the
kente
kente
cloth
cloth
factory
factory
Mm-hmm.
out
out
there,
there,
and
and
we
we
went,
went.
we
We
toured the
toured the
factory and
factory and
everything,
everything,
and
and
the
the
workers were
workers were
there
there
doing their
doing their
job,
job,
making the
making the
kente
kente
cloth
cloth
and
and
the
the
dyes for
dyes
the
for the
Adinkra
Dinkra
um, stamps
stamps
and
and
everything
everything
like
like
that.
that.
And
And
right
right
there
there
was
was
this
this
great
great
big
big
open
open
area
area
uh,
um,
that
that
had
had
a
a
hole in
hole
the
in the
middle,
middle,
and
and
it
it
had
had
this
this
like
like
this
this
thing
thing
coming up
coming
on
up
the
on the
sides. It
sides. It
looked
looked
like a
like a
huge
huge
bowl,
bowl,
a
a
bowl
bowl
that
that
was
was
tall
tall
enough
enough
for
for
a
a
grown
grown
person
person
to,
to
stand
stand
up
up
in.
in.
And
And
the
the
top
top
of
of
this
this bowl
bowl looking
looking
thing,
thing,
came up
came up
to
to
maybe
maybe
about
about
your
your
chest
chest
area
area
if you're
if you're
standing
standing
up.
up.
And
And
in the
in the
center of
center of
this
this
huge
huge
bowl,
bowl,
and it
and
was
it was
big. It
big.
was
It was
like,
like,
maybe
maybe
20
20
feet
feet
wide,
wide,
round,
round,
you
you
know.
know.
And
And
it had
it
a
had a
hole, it
hole,
had
it had
a
a
large
large
hole,
hole,
and
and
water
water
was
was
running.
running.
I
I
thought it
thought
was
it
a
was a
fountain,
fountain,
and
and
it
it
wasn't.
wasn't.
It
It
was
was
an
it,
it was
it was
an
an
outdoor
outdoor
place
place
where
where
you
you
use the
use the
bathroom.
bathroom. And
And when
when
you
you
after
after
so
so
many
many
people
people
use the
use the
bathroom
bathroom
there,
there,
they
they
didn't have
didn't
any
have any
stalls or
stalls or
anything.
anything.
Then
Then
I
I
guess
guess
somebody
somebody
would
would
turn
turn
on
on
some
some
water,
water,
and
and
the
the
water would
water would
come
come
and
and
flush,
flush,
or at
or at
least
least
move
move
the
the
uh,
uh,
excrement
excrement
to
to
that
that
hole,
hole,
and it
and
would
it would
go
go
down
down
into the
into the
ground,
ground,
not
not
flush,
flushed,
not
not
carried
carried
out to
out to
sea,
sea,
but
but
simply
simply
down
down
into the
into the
ground.
ground.
And I
And I
guess
guess
it's
it's
somebody's
somebody's
job
job
to,
to, you know,
push
push
that
that
further
further
down
down
into the
into the
ground
ground
at the
at
end
the
of
end
the
of the
day,
day,
or
or
however
however
periodically
periodically
that
that
was.
was.
and
and
people
people
was
was
going
going
in
in
there
there,
and in
in
that
that
bowl,
bowl,
you
you
know,
know,
if
if
it
it
was a
was a
woman
woman
in the
in the
bowl
bowl thing,
thing, then
then
another
another
woman
woman
could
could
come
come
in
in
there, but
there, but
not a
not
man.
men.
You
You
have to
have to
stand
stand
and
and
wait
wait
until,
until,
the
the
women
women
came
came
out,
out.
and then the
Then the
men
men
would
would
go
go
in,
in,
like
Mhm.
like
that.
that.
And,
Mhm.
everybody was
Everybody was
calm
calm
about it.
about it.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
like,
like,
wow,
wow,
okay.
okay.
And
And
from
from
after
after
seeing
seeing
that, I'm
that, I'm
like,
like,
Lord, I
Lord, I
thank
thank
you.
you.
Mhm.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
a
for
toilet.
toilet.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
toilet
toilet
Absolutely.
paper.
paper.
Yeah, the
You
gratitude
know,
meter goes really high,
yes,
and which is a great segue of you know, getting involved in organized groups. Some people are in sorority, some people are in book clubs, some people are in social justice groups. Whatever it is that gives you that sense of belonging, and that you're making a difference, or learning and growing and, well, giving back, um, do so, whatever it is. I remember many years ago, I was a part of a book club, and I was invited to
nice.
join. And my first meeting, I was so high on life. So happy because literature was my thing. That I went to school. I majored in English literature, so that always intrigued me and stimulated me. So being invited to the book club, I had a natural high, and I still remember the feeling that I had. And it was commented upon. It's like, wow, I haven't seen you that happy in a long time. It really did bring me a lot of joy.
Wow.
So you know, that's another option of getting being a part of a group, whatever it may be, whatever your interests are, and if
Your
the
joy
group
was
for that,
full.
my joy was full. Yeah. Do so. And church is another, if organized religion is something that you enjoy doing, and you're a member of a house of worship, that whatever faith that you are part of, and if it's something that you like to do, that too can bring you joy, because I know it does for me. Sundays
Yeah,
Sunday's my favorite day, because that's the day I worship. It's my favorite day, and I look forward to being with my church family, and just being in the sanctuary. And so it brings me a lot of joy. I'm always, even if I'm boohooing, crying, I'm still joyful. So
right.
it's all about finding what makes you um you know hap- joyful, because happiness is controlled by external forces. So that's why I prefer to talk about joy, because you can experience joy in the midst of sorrow. So it's not predicated on everything being perfect in your life. It's all about, if you can find something to be joyful about, even when things are really going, all hell all hell, so to speak, is breaking loose.
Yes,
Sometimes that, and you can see that, if someone who's mourning the loss of a loved one, and then you would see, them laugh or whatever, and it doesn't mean that they're not sad that the loved one is gone, but there's some memory or some activity that brought them joy and caused them to laugh and be joyful, although they are mourning.
that is so
That's
So,
so
true.
true.
That
yeah.
is so true. And
And
there is
there
a
is a
huge
huge
difference
difference
between
between
happy
happy
and
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 joy.
joy.
joy. Totally.
Uh,
Yes.
Joy
Joy
is
is
And
long
it,
long
standing.
standing.
yeah.
Joy
Joy
is
is
not
not
dependent
dependent
on
on
uh,
uh,
a
a
particular
particular
emotion.
emotion.
Joy
Joy
does
does
not
not
uh,
uh,
get
get
triggered
triggered uh,
um, only
only
from the
from the
outside.
outside.
That would be
You can
You can
have
happiness.
have
joy
joy
in the
in the
midst
Mhm.
midst
of
of
a
a
tragic
tragic
situation.
situation.
Mhm.
You
You
can
can
have
have
joy
joy
um, if
if
you,
you,
you
you
know,
know,
are in a
in a
situation
situation
where it
where it
seems
seems
like
like
you
you
should
should
not have
not have
joy,
joy,
or you
or you
should
should
not
not
be
be
happy.
happy.
You
You
can
can
be,
be,
um,
um,
you
you
know,
know,
on your
on your
sick
sick
bed
bed
and
and
still
still
have
have
joy.
joy.
Yes,
You
absolutely.
You
know,
know,
Or even on your deathbed, because
yes,
I've seen, someone a day before they transition and they had so, because joy translate into peace as well. And there was such a
yes, it does.
joy,
right.
a peace. And it was a beautiful thing. It was beautiful to see because it helps the loved ones in their moments of grief, knowing that they're going to lose that person. But to see that person who is transitioning at peace, it's infectious.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah,
so
so
true,
true,
so
so
true.
true.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
Yep. And
but
but
yeah,
yeah,
so
so
uh,
uh,
that
that
was
was
well
well
stated,
stated,
and
and
I
I
think
think
so.
so.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
So,
so,
what
what
kinds of
kinds of
things
things
do
do
you
you
out
out
there
there
uh,
uh,
do
do
or
or
engage
engage
yourself
yourselves
in
in
that
that
brings you
brings you
joy?
joy?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Um, how do
how
you
do you
know
know
that
that
something
something
brings you
brings you
joy?
joy?
Many
Many
times
times
we
we
go
go
through
through
different
different
experiences
experiences
and
and
we're
we're
excited,
excited,
but we
but we
don't
don't
even
even
make
make
mental
mental
note
note
of the
of the
fact that
fact that
we're
we're
excited.
excited.
We
We
just know
just know
we're
we're
excited. We
excited. We
don't
don't
know
know
why.
why.
Right.
Or,
Or,
when we
Mm-hmm.
when we
have
have
those
those
moments of
moments of
happiness,
happiness,
they
they
are
are
quickly
quickly
fleeting.
fleeting.
And
And
so
so
sometimes
sometimes
those
those
moments of
moments of
happiness
happiness flee,
fly
fly
by
by
so
so
fast
fast
that
that
it
it
almost
almost
doesn't
doesn't
register in
register
Register.
your
in your
mind
Right.
mind
Right.
that,
that
you
you
enjoyed that.
enjoyed that.
You have
You have
to
to
go
go
back
back
and
and
kind
kind
of
of
try to
try to
recall the
recall the
memory.
memory,
And the
and
Mm-hmm.
the
memory was
memory
so
was so
short
short
like
like
that.
that.
It's
It's
over.
over.
It's
It's
like,
like
wow,
wow,
but
But uh,
um, another
another
thing
thing
to
to
add
add
to
to
what
what
you
you
said,
said,
so
so
yeah,
yeah,
that
that
is
is
when
when
you
you
find
find
yourself
yourself
in a
in a
moment
moment
of
of
happiness,
happiness, uh,
try to
try to
extend that
extend that
moment.
moment.
Try
Try
to
to
mark
mark
that
that
moment,
moment, uh,
um, so
so
that
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 changes
changes
that
that
moment of
moment of
happiness
happiness
into
into
a
a
joy
joy
moment,
moment,
because
because
Mm-hmm.
joy
joy
lasts
lasts
longer
longer
than
than
happiness.
happiness.
It
Okay.
Okay.
certainly does. Yeah.
So
So
take the
take the
time
time
out
out
to,
to,
let
let
the
the
joy
joy
sink
sink
in,
in,
crystallize,
crystallize,
Yep.
make
make
mental
mental
note of
note of
it,
it,
and
and
so
so
that you
that you
can
can
remember it.
remember it.
Because
Mm-hmm.
Because
even the
even the
memory
memory
of
of
a
a
happy
happy
time
time
can
can and
inspire
inspire
you,
you,
or
or
propel
propel
you
you
forward
forward
in a
in a
positive
positive
way.
way.
See,
See,
we
we
Yeah.
tend
tend
to,
to,
as
as
humans,
humans,
we
we
tend
tend
to
to
focus
focus
on the
on the
negative.
negative.
We
We
tend to
tend to
remember
remember
The
all the
all the
negative.
bad
bad
stuff
stuff
that
True.
that
happened.
happens.
That we
That
don't
we
have
don't
a
have a
problem
problem
with
with
recalling.
recalling.
None
We can
whatsoever.
remember stuff
Stuff
from
from
30
30
years
years
ago that
ago that
happened
happened
that we're
that we're
still
still
angry
angry
about or
about,
upset
upset
about.
about.
But
But
something
something
that
that
was
was
joyous
joyous
that
that
happened
happened
2 years
2 years
ago,
ago,
it
it
gets
gets
kind of
kind of
foggy.
hard.
Our
Our
memory of
memory
it
of
is
it is
not
not
as
as
crystal
crystal
clear.
clear.
Yes.
You
You
know,
know,
So we have
but
to
but
change the
that
trajectory and
yes,
be aware. It's the awareness is key. Be aware,
yes,
and even in relationships too. Sometimes we tend to always remember, well, you did this and you did that, and I'm always reminding the person of what they did instead
the
of
the
negative
negative
stuff that
stuff
they
that
did.
focusing on all the wonderful memories and the
Yeah,
goodness. So I mean, yeah, we're all guilty of doing that, and we need to, own up to it and make some adjustments so
yes,
that we
yes,
we don't miss those beautiful moments. Because
exactly.
the joyful moments that we create serves as comfort when the day is going really, if you're having a rough day, and then
Right.
if you go into your memory bank and it's like, oh wow, this that was a beautiful time, and then it'll bring you some level of joy, even if it's if you if you have children and they bring you joy, or grandchildren. Focus on that. There's some of my friends that they're having a rough day. I said, try to think of stuff that brings you joy, and focus on that. Um, s- you know, yes, you honor where you are and what's going on, but think of something that joyful,
Right.
a happy time, or and hold on to that for a little bit. Those feelings.
Yes.
Yes.
And the law of attraction is real too. Because if whatever we focus more on, that's what we'll get more of that. So we have to be so intentional in thinking, focusing on positive things, so that we can attract more positive energy into our lives. And you know, an environment is key. Environment our environment plays a critical role in our joy meter, because it can make or break you. So whatever, if you're in
If
a
you're
certain
around, yeah.
yes, if you're in a certain environment and it makes your spirit soar, try to tap into that ever so often. Actually drain it. Until you cannot, if you no longer your spirit no longer soars, then maybe you move on. But if it's an area where you feel your spirit soar, and you feel your best, and positive, and creative, and energetic, and hopeful, tap into that as often as possible. And now I want to little backtrack a little. We talked about you mentioned about, even with some family members there could be a little draining, so you have to know when you can entertain, deal with
Right.
Right.
whatever person it is. That's important too. It doesn't mean that you don't love your family members or love your friends, but some people need more than others, or
Yeah.
some people take more than others. So
True.
you have to know what your optimal time is. Even if it's a telephone call, if some people you shouldn't speak to with them when it's time to go to bed. That's not a good time.
Right.
Right.
Or when you're not feeling strong enough, when you need. So, because if you need, you don't have any to give. Um, but that was I digress. But I read somewhere that if you want to know who you are, survey the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and that will give you a clear picture of who you are. So and you do become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I'm always intentional with my time, and who I spend time with, and how much, you know because if you looking to improve yourself, and to this is a tough life at times. So in order
Yeah.
to survive,
Definitely.
you have to be intentional with what you need. And it doesn't mean that you don't love those people, but you just have to limit your exposure to them, and do a survey. If you feel terrible or worse than you did after an encounter with that person, then you need to lessen your encounters with them.
It's
It's
so
so
true.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. Um social activities is is helpful. It is stimulating. That could be, meeting a good friend for dinner. Um um I'll, well, I don't know if there are lounges anymore, because that used to be a thing. It's a like sort of a dying breed. But let's say a jazz lounge, just to listen to music. And if that's your thing, that really makes you joyful. It really does. I don't know. Music does a lot for me.
Yeah, me
So
too.
so yeah, so you tap into that. And paint and sip is a thing, if that I've done it. It's so much fun. It's so much fun creating when you didn't even know that you could.
Yeah.
And you know and doing it with people that you enjoy spending time with. Cooking class. If you enjoy cooking, taking a cooking class with a friend or some. It's memorable, and it's joyful and stimulating. Bowling, such like whatever social activities that you enjoy, that are not damaging or destructive. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
Engage in that. I know, but the bottom line is also honoring how you feel, because everything is not for everyone. So
Right.
you may enjoy bowling, but I may not, or conversely. And so you have to know what you can be open to other forms, and that's important too, because sometimes you don't know if you like something until you experience it,
Right.
or
Right.
you may have experienced it but with the wrong people. So it kind of like, no, I don't like that, but give it a try with a different group, and you may find that you enjoy doing that. It's sort of like vacationing with the wrong group of people that don't match your energy or your habits.
Yeah.
That vacation will be a nightmare.
Yeah.
But
Definitely
it
go south real fast.
totally. It's so if you're not a party person and you want to vacation with a party person, that's not gonna work. That's not a vacation buddy for you. Or that's just an example. But so it's all about, it boils down to knowing yourself,
Yes.
knowing who you are, what makes you tick, and honoring that. And it's okay.
And spend time with yourself
Yeah, it's
even,
like I said
so
before,
that
you
you
have
can,
to.
right, so
You
that you can gauge, okay, I like this, I don't care too much for that,
yeah.
and be honest with yourself.
Hmm.
Because sometimes when we are with some of our friends or certain groups of people, we will acquiesce to whatever they're doing. We may not care for that activity that much personally, but we don't want to be alone, or we want to, spend time with this group of people. So we will, just tolerate it just so that we can be with them.
Hmm.
Um, Understand that about yourself if that's what you find yourself doing. Um, but you'll find that your joy won't be full even with hanging with those people,
Right, because
because
that's
of
not
the
what you like.
activities that
Yeah.
they are into. You're not that much into.
Hmm.
You're just there because you want to be with that group of people.
Hmm.
Um, so take the time out to find out what it is that you really like and what it is that you don't. And
Right.
as you stated before, Coach Janet, over time, your 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 joy level triggers change.
It does, yeah.
What made me happy or got me excited 2 years ago doesn't do the same thing for me now.
Mm. Nope. Hmm.
What gets me excited now is trying new things. Um, One thing I can say about life in the pandemic, it forced us all to look at our routines, our lives differently. And so we had to make adjustments so that we could live life differently, even in the
Absolutely.
pandemic. And
Yeah.
uh, at the beginning, some of that was very scary.
Hmm.
because
because
I
I
had to
had to
do
do
things
things
that
that I
I didn't know
didn't
how
know
to
how to
do
do
or
or
never
never
did
did
before, so
before,
it was
so
a
it was
little
a little
scary.
scary.
But
But
once
once
I
I
got
got
into
into
it
it
and
and
tried
tried
it
it
and
and
learned
learned
how
how
to
to
do it,
do it,
then I
then I
found,
found,
I
I
really
really
enjoyed it.
enjoyed.
For
For
example,
example,
I
I
didn't
didn't
know
know
that
that
I
I
was
was
a
a
blogger.
blogger.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
did
did
not
not
know.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Before the
Before the
pandemic,
pandemic,
I
I
didn't
didn't
do
do
videos.
videos.
It was
It
the
was the
furthest
furthest
thing from
thing
my
from my
mind.
mind.
You
You
know,
know,
uh,
and
but
but
I
I
got
got
in a
in a
position
position
where
where
I
I
tried it.
tried it.
I
I
liked
liked
it,
it,
and
and then
then I
I
had to
had to
learn how
learn
to
how to
do it
do it
for
for
myself
myself
on my
on my
own,
own,
and
and
I
I
love it.
love it.
You
You
know,
know,
so
so
that's
that's
something
something
new
new
that
that
I
I
didn't
didn't
do
do
Mm-hmm.
prior
prior
to the
to the
pandemic.
pandemic,
And so
and
I'm
so I'm
grateful
grateful
that,
that you know
I get
I
the
get the
opportunity to
opportunity to
share
share
and
and
be with
be with
you
you
all
all
and
Yes, I'm
hear back
feedback
grateful.
from
from
you
you
all,
all, uh,
by
by
video
video,
Mm-hmm.
these
these
lives
lives,
and
and
Mm-hmm.
uh, social
social
media.
media.
Social
Social
Mm-hmm.
media
media
at
at
this
this
level is
level is
totally
totally
new
new
for
for
me,
me,
Mm-hmm.
but
but
I
I
love it
love it
now.
now.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
didn't,
didn't,
know
know
how
how
to
to
work
work
it.
it.
I'm
I'm
still
still
not an
not an
expert,
expert,
as you
as
all
y'all
can
can
see,
see,
but
but
I'm
I'm
learning
learning
and
and
getting
getting
better
better
at it
at it
and
and
more
more
fluid
fluid
with
with
it.
it.
So,
So,
Yes, absolutely.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
one day
one day
I'll
I'll
be
be
real
real
smooth with
smooth
it.
with it.
Ah, yes, you will.
And
And
Yes, you
but
will.
but I was
I was
I was
at the
at the
beginning.
beginning.
I
I
was
was
afraid
afraid
to
to
even
even
press
press
a
a
button
button
for
for
fear
fear
that
that my
You break something.
computer
computer
might
might
blow
blow
up
up,
or
or
you
you
know
know
something would
something
get
would get
out
out
there
there
on
on
the
the
internet
internet
airwaves
airwaves
that
that
I
I
didn't want
didn't
to
want to
claim
claim,
and I
and I
didn't want
didn't
it
want
to
it
be
to
out
be out
there.
there.
I was
I was
scared to
scared to
death. I
death.
would
I would
sit
sit
there
there
and
and
with the
with the
button,
button,
and I'm
and I'm
like,
like,
press the
press
button,
the button,
press
press
the,
the button.
and
And
then
then
once
once
I
I pressed the button, finally, I found that okay, everything is all right.
Yes,
The
you
world
can
didn't
break
blow
the
up.
world.
press the button.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
so the
So,
so the
pandemic
pandemic
forced
forced
me
me
to
to
come
come
out of
out
my
of my
comfort
comfort
zone
zone
and
and
get
get
over
over
my
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 any and
fear
fear and
of
intimidation.
just
just
trying
trying
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
I
I
used
used
to
to
try
try
to
to
rehearse
rehearse
everything
everything
and
and
do
do
everything,
everything, just
just so and
so and
perfect.
perfect.
And
And
then I
then I
realized
realized
one
one
day,
day,
um,
um,
I
I
can't
can't
do
do
things
things
like I
like I
used
used
to.
to.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
make
make
mistakes.
mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
gonna
gonna
come
come
out
out
perfect,
perfect,
but
but
um,
uh,
I'm
I'm
gonna go
gonna go
ahead and
ahead and
force
forth
anyway
anyway
because
because
each
each
time
time
that
that
I
I
do it,
do it,
I
I
learn
learn
more
more
about
about
it. I
it. I
learn
learn
how to
how to
do it
do it
better.
better.
And,
And,
so I
so I
keep
keep
doing
doing
it.
it.
I
I
don't
don't
get
get
mm-hmm.
discouraged
discouraged
and
and
everything.
everything.
And
And
then
then
when
when
I
I
do
do
it
it
and
and
I
I
look at
look
the
at the
finished
finished
product, I'm
product, I'm
like,
like,
oh
oh
my
my
God,
God,
I
I
did
did
it.
it.
And
And
then
then like, my
my joy
joy
level
level
goes,
goes,
you
you
know,
know,
Right.
through the
through the
roof
roof
because
because
it's
it's
like
like,
The
I
I
level.
knew
knew
that
that
Yes.
a few
a few
months
months
ago I
ago I
couldn't
couldn't
even
even
do it.
do it.
I was
I was
scared to
scared to
do it.
do
And
it. And
now I
now I
did it
did it
and it
and it
came
came
out
out
right.
right.
So
So
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
woo,
woo,
Yes.
So
so
that
that
The
inspires
inspires
me.
level of. That's right. Your accomplishments brings joy.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. Definitely.
definitely.
So
So
Mm-hmm.
I'll
I'll
encourage
encourage
anybody
anybody
to,
to,
go
go
ahead
ahead
and
and
uh,
uh,
try
try
new
new
things.
things.
Go
Go
ahead
ahead
and
and
reach
reach
out
out
and
and
take a
And
take a
class.
class.
yes,
Um,
Um,
whether
you
it's
know,
online or in
try to
person,
draw
draw
something
something
or
or
create
create
something.
something
something
Yeah.
that
that
you
you
never
never
created
created
before.
before.
You
You
might
might
find
find
that,
that
you
you
know,
know
you
you
were an
were an
expert
expert
at it
at it
and
and just
didn't
didn't
know it.
know it. So,
So,
And also
yeah,
sometimes
just
we
just
just
take the
take the
leap of
leap of
faith
faith
absolutely.
and
and see what
see what
happens.
happens.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you're
you're
either
either
going
going
to
to
land
land
on your
on your
feet
feet
or
or
land
land
on your
on your
butt,
butt,
but you're
but you're
gonna
gonna
land.
land.
Right. And al-
You
You
know,
know,
and also I'd
and
like to
you'll
add,
you'll you'll find
find
out,
out,
you know, how how you're
how you're
going to
going to
land,
land,
but
but
you
you
know
know
that
that
either
either
way you're
way you're
going to
going to
land.
land.
right.
You're
You
gonna have
gotta
a
have a
soft
soft
landing
landing
or a
or a
hard
hard
one,
one,
but you're
but you're
gonna
gonna
land.
land.
And yeah. And
So,
So
and you
I'd
just
like
just
learn the
learn the
lesson
lesson
from
from
that's right.
that
that
landing.
landing.
And my parting words will be live. Um Life is really short. We do not have the time that we think we do. So you might as well enjoy the time that you have and live.
That's
Yeah.
That's
right.
right.
You
You
were
were
born
born
on
on
purpose,
purpose,
even
even
if
if
your
your
parents
parents
didn't
didn't
plan
plan
on
on
having
having
you.
you.
You were
You were
still
still
born
born
on
on
purpose
purpose
and
Yes,
and
for a
for a
purpose.
purpose.
that's
And
right.
And
so
so
live your
live your
life
life
on
on
purpose.
purpose.
On purpose. Yep, because we don't know how long we're here for. So, some people say, oh, when I retire, when they always like, oh, I'm going to do this. So I would ask them, how do you know that you'll be alive at that time? Do what you can now. And sometimes you may be alive, but you may not be physically able to do it.
Or
So,
you
Or you
could be
could be
alive but
alive but
not
not
living.
living.
exactly. Some people are actually, they have a dead existence, a
Right.
Right.
comatose
If
If
you're
you're
depressed
existence.
depressed
every
every
single
single
day,
day,
you're
you're
alive,
alive,
you're
you're
breathing,
breathing,
but you're
but you're
not
not
living.
living.
No, no.
You
So,
know,
hmm
life
Life
without
without
joy,
joy,
is it
is it
living?
living?
no.
You
Because if
know,
you can't find any joy, then you don't can't find your hope, and we cannot live life without hope.
right.
So, yeah, so we have to. It's important for us to participate in living, and right? No one can do it for you. It's an inside job. We have to do it ourselves. So
Certainly is. We certainly
yeah,
do.
so that's my encouragement for anyone who finds themselves in a rut and it's have a difficult time finding joy in some semblance of joy in their lives. And I am and it, understand that it's a tough season and a lot of us have gone through a lot, and not just the pandemic. Life never stops happening. So it might be a little harder for some of us to find some semblance of joy, but it's there. So I would encourage you to, it's okay to honor how you're feeling, and, that you're having a tough time. But if you can, just find some level of joy in the midst of all of
Go
Go
that is
search
search
for
for
your
happening.
your
joy. If
joy. If
you
you
find
find
Search
that
that
your
for
your
it.
joy is
joy is
low,
low,
Yeah,
go
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 search
find,
search
for
search
it.
for
for
it.
it.
Go
Go
get
get
some
some
joy.
joy.
Be
There's
intentional.
joy is
Joy is
all
all
around
around
you.
you.
You
You
Hmm
just
just
gotta
gotta
look
look
harder
harder
for it.
for it.
Yeah. And guess what?
But
When
But
you find your
yeah,
yeah,
joy, you'll attract different kinds of people to you. People who are joyful and seeking their joy and or found their joy. And that will help motivate you as well if you allow it to. Because it's
that's
all
that's
true.
about
true.
you have to you have to want to. If
Yeah.
because if you don't, it's not going you're not going to find it. It's not coming to find you. You have to take those steps to find your
Right.
Right.
joy.
That's so
All
So
true.
right.
true.
People
People
tend
tend
to
to
stray
stray
away
away
from
from
uh
uh the
the the
the,
the
the,
the
the,
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 the
the
people,
people,
the
the
Debbie
Debbie
Downers,
Downers
and
and
uh
uh
people
people
who
who
have
have
a
a
who are
who are
depressed a
depressed a
lot,
lot,
people
people
who
who
just
just
always
always
complaining,
complaining
Always negative.
always
always
sad,
sad,
mad,
mad,
they
they
negative.
negative.
People
People
kind
kind
of,
of,
move
move
away
away
from that
from that
person.
person.
They don't
They
want to
don't
be
want to be
around that
around that
person.
person.
But
But
if
if
you,
you,
you're
you're
having a
have
good
a good
time,
time, uh,
you're
you're
enthusiastic
enthusiastic
and
and
energetic.
energetic.
Uh,
Uh,
you
you
don't
don't
have
have
you don't
you
have
don't
an
have an
issue
issue
with
with
engaging
engaging
people.
people.
People will
People will
just
just
watch
watch
you
you
and
and
get
get
happy
happy
from
from
watching
watching
you
you
as
Mm-hmm.
as
you
you
are
are
exuding
exuding
joy.
joy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Uh,
Joy
Joy
is
is
It's infectious.
contagious.
contagious.
It's contagious.
It's
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 contagious.
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 Uh,
Uh,
Laughter
Laughter
is
is
contagious.
contagious.
You
You
can,
can,
if
if
your
your
joy
joy
is
is
low, you
low, you
watch a
watch a
comedy
comedy
or get
or get
around some
around some
people that
people
can
that can
make
make
you
you
laugh,
laugh,
and
and
that
that
will
will
instantly,
instantly,
laughter
laughter
very
very
efficiently
efficiently
pulls you
pulls you
out
out
of
of
that
Oh,
that
depressed
depressed
mode,
mode,
that
that
yes.
down
down
mode.
mode.
So
So
uh,
uh,
get
get
some
some
laughter in
laughter in
there.
there.
Studies
Studies
show
show
that
that
even
even
if
if
you
you
fake
fake laugh,
laughing, you
you
can
can
increase
increase
your
your
the
the
endorphins in
endorphins
your
in your
body,
body,
Yes, you
uh,
can.
where
where
you
you
start
start
to
to
feel
feel
happier
happier
and
and
joyful
joyful
Yes.
from
from
fake
fake
laughing.
laughing.
Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
Meaning,
you
you
make
make
yourself
yourself
laugh.
laugh.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
fake
Fake
laughing.
laughing.
You do
You
that
do that
long
long
enough,
enough,
you'll
you'll
find
find
yourself
yourself
giggling
giggling
hysterically for
hysterically for
no
no
reason
reason
except
except
that
that
you
you
are
are
making
making
yourself
yourself
laugh.
laugh.
Right.
And
And
just
just
that
that,
a
a
little
little
fake
fake
laugh that
laugh
I
that I
did
did,
um,
um,
caused
caused
endorphins to
endorphins to
run
run
all
all
through my
through my
body,
body,
where my
where my
body
body
is
is,
the
the
energy has
energy has
picked
picked
up,
up,
and
and
my
my
mood
mood
is
is
happier.
happier.
I mean,
I mean,
just
just
doing
doing
that, and
that,
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
even
even
thinking
thinking
about it.
about
I
it. I
just,
just,
did it.
did it. Um,
I can
I could
feel
feel
my
my,
my
my
forehead,
forehead,
forehead
Relax.
forehead
chakra,
chakra,
where
where
we
we,
Yeah.
sensing
Yeah.
center.
center.
It
It
just
just
cleared up
cleared up
that
that
fast,
fast,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that fast, just from
just
going.
from going,
Try it,
try it,
Um, and
and
you
you
see, I'm
see, I'm
already
already
excited.
excited,
I'm
I'm
already
already
excited.
excited.
Um,
Um,
Okay.
but
but
yeah,
yeah,
and you
and you
can
can
do
do
that
that
instantly
instantly
and
and
change your
change your
mood,
mood,
increase your
increase
joy.
your joy.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
you
you
ever
ever
see,
see,
someone
someone
laughing
laughing
or
or
hear
hear
someone
someone
laughing?
laughing?
You
You
don't
don't
even have
even
to
have
know
to
what
know what
they're
they're
laughing
laughing
about.
about.
You
You
just
just
know that
know that
they're
they're
laughing,
laughing,
and
and
hearing them
hearing them
laugh or
laugh or
watching them
watching them
laugh
laugh
makes you
makes you
laugh.
laugh.
Um,
Um,
there are
there are
Conversely,
people who
people who
have
have
those
the
unique
unique
laughter,
laughter,
unique
unique
makes you
laughing
laugh.
laughter.
sounds.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know,
I used
I
to
used to
love
love
hearing
hearing
my
my
great
great
aunt
aunt
Lula
Lula
when
when
she
she
laughed.
laughed.
She
She
would
would
laugh
laugh
and
and
her
her
voice
voice
would
would
go
go
all the
all
way
the
up,
way
and
up,
she,
and she,
you
you
know,
know,
and
and
she would,
she would,
shake,
shake,
and you
and
just
you
hear
just
that
hear that
high
high
pitch,
pitch,
you
you
know,
know,
Mm-hmm.
and
and
just
just
hearing
hearing
that,
that,
she
she
sounds like
sounds
a
like a
hyena to
hyena to
me.
me.
But
But
when I was
when
a
I
little
was a little
girl,
girl,
that
that
used to
used to
crack
crack
me
me
up.
up.
I
I
didn't have
didn't
to
have to
know
know
what
what
she was
she was
laughing
laughing
at.
at.
Just
Just
hearing that
hearing that
hyena
hyena
noise, it
noise,
was
it was
like,
like,
wow,
wow, you know.
and
And
my
my
sister and
sister
I
and I
used
used
to
to
crack
crack
up.
up.
We
We
was
was
laughing at
laughing
the
at the
way
way
she
she
laughed,
laughed,
not what
not
she
what
was
she was
laughing at,
laughing at,
but
but
the
the
way
way
she
she
sounded
sounded
when
when
she
she
laughed.
laughed.
We
We
cracked
cracked
up,
up, you know.
So if
So if
you
you
have
have
somebody
somebody
that
that you
that
know that
has
has
a
a
laughter,
laughter,
a laughing
laughing
sound that
sound that
makes you
makes you
laugh,
laugh,
try
try
recording it.
recording it.
That way
That
you
way you
have it,
have it,
so
So
anytime you
anytime you
need
need
instant
instant
laughter,
laughter,
you just
you just
play the
play the
recording
recording
of
of
that
that
person's
person's
laugh,
laugh,
and
and
it'll
it'll
break you
break
up
you up
all,
all,
every
every
time.
time.
Uh,
Uh,
one of
One of
my
my
favorite
favorite
sounds in
sounds
the
in the
whole
whole
world
world
is
is
the
the sound
sound of a
of a
baby
baby
giggling.
giggling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
goodness.
babies
babies
giggling
giggling
and,
and,
toddlers
toddlers
giggling.
giggling.
That's
That's
my
my
favorite
favorite
sound in
sound
the
in the whole
world.
world.
I could
I can
listen to
listen to
that
that
all
all
day,
day,
and it
and it
just
just
makes me
makes me
happy.
happy.
Um,
Uh,
and
and
in
in
fact, you
fact, you
all
all
just
just
reminded
reminded
me.
me,
I have
I
to
have to
record
record
my
my
grands
grants
when
when
they
they're
giggle.
giggling.
I have to
I have to
record it
record
uh, so
so
that
that
I'll
I'll
have
have
my
my
instant
instant
uh,
uh,
joy
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 sound
sound
that
that
will
will
transform
transform
me
me
into
into
joyous
joyous
mode
mode
just from
just from
hearing the
hearing the
sound.
sound.
Uh,
So
but
But
yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to come on your show, and have such a spirited discussion. I enjoyed this tonight's session. I really did, and it's a lot of takeaways, at least from. Although I wrote what I do and what some of the things that I came up with, that works for me. It's a reminder that I should never lose sight of those activities that bring me joy, and to hold fast to them, especially when the days are not as not lack joy. When stuff is life is happening, to hold fast to one of those activities to give me some balance and keep my hope meter at a good level. Yeah. So thank you so much, Coach Thais, and I really appreciate it.
thank
Mhm.
thank
you
you
so
so
much,
much,
Coach
Coach
Yannette.
Yannette.
You're welcome.
I
I
just
just
want to
want to
say you're
say you're
doing
doing
an
an
awesome,
awesome,
fabulous
fabulous
job,
job.
and
And
we'll
we'll,
uh,
uh,
Coach
Coach
Yannette
Yannette
will be
will be
graduating
graduating
very,
very,
very
very
soon.
soon.
I
I
just
just
want to
want to
thank
thank everyone
everyone
Thank you.
that's
that's
Yes.
been
been
tuning
tuning
in
in
to
to
Thank
the
you so much.
video lives and
and
watching
watching
Coach
Coach
Yannette
Yannette
just
just
blossom
blossom uh,
into
into
the
the
awesome
awesome
lady
lady
that
that
she
she
is.
is.
And
And
really,
really,
really
really
soon,
soon,
she's
she's
going to
going to
be
be
coming
coming
near
near
you
you
uh,
uh,
in
in
her
her
own
own
right.
right.
You
You
know,
Thank
know,
you
we're
so much.
we're
we're,
we're
we're
about to
about to
take
take uh,
the
the
wheels
wheels
off the
off the
tricycle.
tricycle.
She's
You
kicking me
know,
out
we're
the
about to take
nest.
them
Take them
off.
off.
She's going
She's
to
going
be
to be
riding,
riding,
you
you
know,
know,
riding
riding
on her
on her
own
own
and
and
soaring.
soaring.
And
Hmm.
And
so
so
it has
it has
been
been
a
a
pleasure
pleasure
just
just
co-hosting with
co-hosting with
you.
you.
Thank
It
you.
It
brings me
brings me
great
great
joy
joy
um,
uh,
to
to
see,
see,
how
how
all of
all of
this
this
just
just
unfolded.
unfolded.
And
And
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
you out
you
there
out
in the
there in the
audience,
audience,
you
you
can
can
attest as
attest as
well.
well.
Um,
Uh,
so
so
I
I
thank
thank
you,
you,
Coach
Thank
Coach
Yannette,
Young,
you. Thank
for
you
for
so much.
allowing
allowing
me
me
to
to
work
work
with
with
you
you
and
and
just
just
help you
help you
enhance
enhance
what
what
you
you
already
already
had
had
inside of
inside
you.
of you.
Thank you so
You just
much.
Just
now you're
now you're
letting it
letting it
out.
out.
Now it's
Now it's
out
out
there,
there.
you
You
know.
know,
And
and
Mhm.
so
so
keep up
keep
the
up the
great
great
work.
work.
Thank you so
Um,
much. Thank you for
and
taking me under your wings.
continue to
Continue to
inspire
inspire
others. In
others. In
fact, you
fact, you
have
have
inspired
inspired
others.
others.
I'm
I'm
starting to
starting
get
to get
calls
calls
from
from
other
other
people
people
that
that
want
want
to
to
uh, become
become
coaches
coaches
because
because
they
they
have
have
watched
watched
you
you
uh,
Mhm.
go
go
ahead and
ahead and
take
take
that
that
first
first
step.
step.
And
That's
so
So
I'm
awesome.
I'm
grateful,
grateful.
Yeah.
uh, and
Now
I'm
I'm
excited.
excited.
And
And
so
so
I'm
I'm
excited for
excited
you
for you
all out
all out
there as
there as
well.
well.
That
Yes.
That
uh, hopefully
hopefully
you
you
have
have
heard
heard
some
some
things
things
that
that
you can
you can
apply
apply
immediately to
immediately
your
to your
lives
lives
where
where
you
you
can
can
begin
begin
to
to
increase your
increase your
joy.
joy.
Um, Coach
Coach
Yannette
Yannette
gave
gave
some
some
good
good
tips
tips
and
and
made
made
some
some
awesome
awesome
points.
points.
That's
That's
what we
what we
do
do
here.
here uh,
At
at
Gentleman
Gentleman
Sound
Sound
Mind
Mind
Services,
Services.
we
We
try to
try to
present
present
the
the
information to
information to
you
you
so
so
that
that
you
you
can
can
um,
uh,
have
have
some
some
takeaways
takeaways
that
that
you
you
can
can
work
work
with
with
Hmm.
right
right
here and
here and
right
right
now.
now.
And
And
then
then
if
if
you
you
need
need
further
further
assistance,
assistance,
and
and
support.
support.
Both
Both
Coach
Coach
Yanet
Yanet
and
and
I
I
are
are
here
here
for
for
you.
you.
So
So
Yes, we are.
reach
reach
out
out
to
to
us.
us.
You
You
can
can
reach us
reach us
by
by
email
email
and
and
by
by
phone.
phone. Uh,
Um, Coach
Coach
Janet
Janet
will
will
put her
put her
information
information
in the
in the
chat
chat
to
to
make
make
sure
sure
that
that
you
you
can
can
have
have
access
access
to
to
her.
her.
But
But
feel
feel
free to
free to
reach
reach
out
out
to
to
us,
us
and
and
we'll
we'll
help
help
you
you
um, increase
increase
your
your
joy.
joy.
Yes.
And
And
so
so
that's
that's it's,
that's
that's
for
for
pretty
pretty
much
much
all that
all
we
that we
have
have
for
for
this
this
evening.
evening.
Um,
Um, Coach, can you
Coach,
see, are
can you
there
see? Are
any
there
comments?
any comments
Actually, I cannot see
as yet?
the Facebook comments.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I
I
know.
know. I
I
So,
let me
want to
see.
say
I'll put my email
again.
address in the chat after we get off.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Right,
All
all
right.
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
see
see
any
any
comments.
comments.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
at it
at
on my
my
other
other
device
device
here.
here.
I
I
what? Let
let
me
me
see.
see.
So
So
sometimes
sometimes
Facebook
Facebook
makes it
makes
so
it so
that
that
you
you
can't
can't
see
see
it.
it
All right. Wait. Right
right
away.
away.
Let's see. Okay. No, I
I
don't
don't
see
see
any
um,
comment as yet.
as
In
yet
fact, I
that I
Mm-hmm.
can't even, I
no,
can't
I
even
can
see
see
who's
who's
on.
on.
So I'm
I'm
not
not
Yeah, because it doesn't
at liberty.
take us directly into Facebook. We're still
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll definitely
again,
look
look
at
at
the,
the, after
after
the
the
live
live
is
is
over,
over.
we'll
We'll
definitely
definitely
be
be
looking
looking
at
at
the
the
chat and
chat and
responding
responding
to
to
your
your
comments
comments
and
and
any
any
questions
questions
that you
that
may
you may
have.
have. Uh,
So
so
feel
feel
free to
free to
put,
put,
your
your
comments
comments
and
uh,
the questions
the
in the
questions in
chat.
the chat.
Both
Both
Coach Janet
Coach
and
Janet
I,
and
we
I will
do
do
look
look
in the
in the
chat
chat
um,
um,
and
and respond
respond even
even
long
long
after the
after the
live.
live.
Yes.
We,
We, check
check the
check the
chat,
chat,
for
for
these
these
lives
lives
sometimes a
sometimes a
week,
week,
2 weeks
2 weeks
after,
after,
so
so
that,
that
we
we
can
can
respond
respond
to you.
to you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I
I
always go
always go
back
back
and
and
look
look
Mm-hmm.
because,
because
some
some
people,
people
they'll
they'll
see
see
it
it today,
today, somebody
somebody
else will
else
see
will
it
see it
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
somebody else
somebody
will
else will
see it
see it
next
next
week,
week,
Mm-hmm.
and,
and
comment
comment
or
or
have
have
questions.
questions.
So I
So I
like
like
to,
to
you
you
know,
know
be
be
able to
able to
comment
comment
or
or
respond
respond
as
as
soon
soon
as
as
I
I
can.
can.
But
But
okay,
okay,
well, thank you
thank you
all
all
once
once
again
again um,
for tuning
tuning
in
in
with
with
us.
us.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Thank
Facebook
Facebook
you.
family.
family.
Thank
Thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
YouTube
you,
family.
family.
Yes.
And
And
don't
don't
forget
forget
to
to
like,
like,
share,
share,
comment,
comment,
share
share
this
this
video
video
with,
with
someone
someone
that
that
can
can
really
really
benefit
benefit
from the
from the
information.
information.
Okay,
Okay,
and
and
reach
reach
out
out
to
to
us.
us.
Um, and
Yes.
so
So
again,
again,
happy
happy
first
first
day
day
of
of
February
February
Yes.
2022.
2022.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
African
African
Heritage
Heritage
Month,
Month,
Yes.
and
and
we'll
we'll
see you
see you
next
next
time.
time.
Yes. Thank
But
you. Have a good night. Bye. Bye,
have a
Have
Coach.
a
good
good
night. Good
night. Good
night.
night.
Yeah. Good night.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
This one. This one don't want to hang up.